There are many mysteries in the world of Idolm ster. What are Anzu's measurements? Who is Shiki's mother? And is Noah Takamine a time traveler? But with this video, I look at my favorite idol in the Idolm ster franchise. No, seriously, who really is Makino Yagami? So, Makino Yagami is an unvoiced cool type idol whose main draw, other than being a Megane idol, is that she likes espionage. Makino is a mysterious woman who's prone to saying, according to my research, and now adding to this mystery, she allegedly erased all her personal data in something of a rumor. Now comes the question I posed at the start of this video. Who really is Makino Yagami? Well, let's start off with the most common theories about Makino Yagami from the fanbase. First theory is that she is a secret agent and using her persona as an idol to cover her identity. This theory is probably the closest to mine, which I will come back to a bit later. Second theory is that she actually works for the rival agency 961 Pro, to be exact, and conducts espionage to collect data for them. While this theory is the most common, I feel there are some discrepancies in this theory as one, she becomes infatuated with us, the producer, thus, well, maybe discards 691 Pro, not to mention she begs the producer to reveal who the mysterious counter-agent to her personal data being found out. She seems more embarrassed about the situation more than an oh crap as such in one forecoma that hints at my own theory, again, that a bit later. And lastly is that Makino may just pretend to be a spy. Well, this is the one that I can actually disprove. How? By this Secret Knight SR card showing that she indeed hacked into the idol database and even found out Anzu's measurements. Not to mention her personality in being an information broker as well as being very knowledgeable makes me think otherwise, that she is just playing pretend. So, what's my fan theory? Well, taking on what the first theory is about her being a secret agent and using her idol persona as a cover identity, well, let's twist this theory up a bit. Let's say that she is a secret agent, a spy, but she uses her cool idol persona to cover up the fact that she's actually a fangirl of idols. Yes, we have a Arisa Matsuda situation here, but instead we're Arisa being more completely open and loving and being obsessed with idols. Makino, however, covers it up. So with this, let's move on to what I said on the second theory about somebody finding out her personal data and her being embarrassed about it. She's actually embarrassed over, in my eyes anyways, her love of idols through like a secret blog or articles that she writes about, and that's the personal data that they found about her. As shown in this forecoma, her embarrassment and her wanting to find the superior intelligent agent. In her Secret Knight SR card Komu, she says, quote, "It seems like someone has very embarrassing data here. If you don't want me to divulge this to everyone, you'll let me off. Oh my, this is quite the fair trade, you know." This is said to the producer, by the way, when the producer finds out that she hacked into the Idol database. And to this end, the producer, and even Chihiro, still lets her be an idol afterwards? Where she says, quote, "However, you're out of luck. Even though I'll be punished for this, I have no intention of ceasing my gathering of secrets. That's how intelligence assessment goes." Unquote. I don't think she would outwardly say that to the producer if she hacked into the Idol database, and her punishment is essentially getting a slap on the wrist as a result. Not to mention, what she says after this seems more like she'll learn more from the other idols' data to be an idol herself. Quote, "I understand what you're thinking of. This information I've gathered so far would only be used to satisfy my own inquisitiveness. That is what you set your mind on." Unquote. Thus showing her want for growth as an idol through the only means she knows how, through idol data. And showing that in a more better light than saying, her stealing data for 691 Pro or something. Going along with this, in her introductory Komu, she sees the producer as irrational in a ways. We produce idols. Through Makino's eyes, as she says, quote, "You can't explain it? Huh. If that's the case, then asking me to become an idol would be quite irrational, wouldn't it now?" Unquote. Makino also seems to have a different take on the process of being an idol, in which her ideal ways doesn't exactly match up to her expectations. In some komus like, quote, "My real looks, I am intentionally doing so, that would be a given. Or maybe you're seeing through my artificial smile of mine?" Unquote. This is said during a photo shoot. 2, quote, "No, my research was perfect. What I have overlooked would be my own ability." Unquote. 2, quote, "I have no rebuttal for that. I was not careful enough in my analysis of my own self. You have overseen this outcome, don't you?" Unquote. 2, quote, "Don't get the wrong idea. What I'm frustrated about is not that I didn't do my lessons well, it's the fact that my analysis was incomplete." Unquote. It paints a picture, with my theory anyways, of a fangirl transitioning into becoming an idol, but because her expectations are so high for herself, she thinks everything logically as possible, as well as trying to keep the persona of a cool spy idol, that when her analysis doesn't match up to her expectations of being an idol, though she planned it out completely in her head, isn't exactly the same in reality. For her, which I'm saying in a good light, as in her first Komu, she says this during her live, saying, quote, "This sense of unity here. So this is what alive is. This is unexpected." Unquote. So, to summarize, my theory on Makino Yagami is that she is actually a huge fan of idols, but covers it up with a cool spy persona. But her personality gives her such a logical mindset about her being an idol that it conflicts, sometimes good, sometimes bad, with the reality of things as a result. Now, I love Makino Yagami, and I will do no ill will towards her, and it shows. Otherwise, I would never have sparked twice for her, and this theory seems mostly in line with the media sources on Cinderella Girls. But what's your take on Makino Yagami? Is she really a spy for 691 Pro or not? Do you believe my theory? Comment below and let me know. And with that, maybe I might do more on Idolmaster theory, as this was a change of pace for me, let alone something new in general I've done on this channel. With that, LA out.